Tell me when you feel it. It hurts like crazy. And here's where crazy. And I'll guarantee you right now, if you would go home and just say, I'm gonna go in here in a good stance and put my hand in there, and you just see what they do. They'll grab that elbow. 99 times out of 100, they will grab your elbow. When you do, you're inside. All you got to do is shoot. Position, fellas. But the position happened because I had a good stance, good position from my point. If I had a bad stance, I couldn't have shot. If my butt was up and my head was down, I couldn't have shot it. I would have been down on his foot with my head on that. But my butt was down, my head was up. I was right here. Right here. So when I shot, my head was still up. How do you come here like this? Okay? Question? Okay. Do you feel what we're talking about here? Do you feel it? All right. Now, don't leave here without understanding what we're talking about by motion. Create motion on your shots. If I was carry, you can create motion. You got to come into your wing head. There's motion, and you got to go to those things you say, damn, there's a motion to it. Create that motion. If you don't, fellas, you're not going to get guys. You're not going to catch good guys. They're not going to be there. They're not going to wait for you. And that's good. I don't know whether it'd be a good practice for everybody folks or not, but I've been having kids good. Just make them understand. I have a guy standing there in a single leg distance. The other guy shoots as hard as he can. Like, trying to make it stick in their mind. You must create motion. Let me show you one of the, probably for myself, and I think we all teach basically what we really have the best luck with. A little single leg sit-up. It's the same sort of motion. A little single leg sit-up that I do that I want you to learn to do. If we're out here wrestling with the guy, I'm out here wrestling with the guy, and I can get him in here where I'm going to make him reach on the inside to get him right there. See what I did with this arm? What did I do with that wrist? I got it above me. He can't get it down. He can't bring it back down now in front of me. It's too hard. He can't do it. Now here's the single leg one. So if I get a guy to come up here and tie up arms with me, as soon as he goes to come inside, he say, oh well. I pull his elbow so his hand goes above his shoulder and he can't come down. Now I'll circle away from him, boom, there's a single leg. So you're practicing in here. There it is, right there. Follow me? Real simple. Okay. See what we're doing? We're in here fighting in hands. We're getting ready. Right there. He goes to reach inside. You grab the elbow and pull it above your shoulder. Now which one are you going to do?
Just do a dumbbell curl, Travis. Just do that.
There you go. There it is. There you go. Bend it so you're good. Now still say if you're right-handed. Yeah, you're right-handed. Okay. Go ahead. You're going to tie him up right-handed probably. Whoop, no, don't come inside. Just come underneath, pull the hand around your shoulder.
He's beating you to inside control.
There. Now, there it is. He has to step where the other leg's open. Got me? He has to. And, you can do this even when the guy thinks he got the blocked off. A lot of times you come here and you got pretty tight. He might be in here with his thumb like this. And you can't rotate your arm. I come here. I just come here, just a little tap. He's got a real problem now. Because he can't get this arm down. Even though I got it with one hand, it's in a bad position. There's my single. Here's my high crutch single to double. And sometimes you take what you get, but you've got several situations in there.
And if he reaches down with his right hand again, coach is going to throw it by like he showed you before.
He comes down with his hand here.
The phraseology I use all the time, guys, is you dominate the position. The next thing the guy does is wrong. And that's all coach did there. Brendan beats him to an inside tie, so coach takes over the position, The next thing that Brandon does is wrong. Even if he does nothing, he's wrong. He's going to give up a takedown. Do whatever you want, Brendan. Anything you want to do. Coach has got something there to beat you with. You dominate the position. The next thing the guy does is wrong.
That's why when you keep you on the position, actually, it's so important. If you can't walk out to the right, you're going to trouble wrestling. I'll walk out to the guys, but if I can't see his head from behind, he's out of position. I mean, you just can't. It's kind of like the Planet of the Apes. Got your hips locked right here. That's why those guys walk like that. Because if I straighten my hips out, I walk like a man. Put the hips on me, I walk like that. Got me?
The worst natural athlete that I've ever coached in my entire career, back at Glen Oak High School in Ohio, didn't win a single match through his junior year in high school of any style. But his senior year, he won 38 matches and won the district tournament. Now, he wasn't good enough to get beyond the district, to win at the state tournament, but he won the sectional districts and won 38 individual matches before that because we finally got him in a position. And he couldn't, he couldn't get a quarter inch out of position or he'd lose. But when he was in position, he beat some very, 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 very good kids. So, there's just no, if you get nothing else out of 5 days of being here, you understand that you got to dominate position. You got to have this excellent position. And you can, Todd Resnick did not have any offense, none. But he could counterattack you to death because he was always in position. You tied him up, you tried to move him, the next thing you did was wrong. He had something to do no matter what you were trying to do. And that's what we talked about last night, guys, was, how many different takedowns did we hit from the same position last night? 3 or 4 or 5, right? And it wasn't about teaching you takedown, it was teaching you the position. And that's what Coach is doing here. Top, bottom, neutral position.
Now, men's you're going to tie your head up. You're going to tie your inside your arms up. You're going to tie underneath those arms up. You're going to tie 2-on-1 up. There's only so many different ways you're going to tie it up. Now most guys, when they come out to wrestle you, if they don't grab the head, they're trying to come in here, aren't they? The minute I come in here, that's when he takes and runs that and pulls that elbow from underneath your elbow. And you rotate there. Now, he's got to learn to do this. Now this is very important. Learn how to rotate your shoulder. So if he's grabbing here, if he's grabbing and I want to get this thing up here, I'm going to rotate that shoulder in. If he grabs me around here far away in front like that, and I don't do that, see that right there stops it. Now that's where I pull it over. If it's just barely hung on, I can pull it, rotate back. If it's way around in front, no, I can't. But I can do this. But don't do this. Do this. There's a single. He goes back, but I went for a single, he kicked it back. There. You can't step one foot without posting the other. It's impossible. Okay? Question. Okay, get your partner, let's see you do that. You'll be here. Now, which arm did you tie up in, Adam? Okay. Okay. And make you step forward
We
here.
got 15 minutes left in the session.
Okay. Now, if I can make you step because you circle. You don't have to step because you step. You step because you circle. You may take a step or two and you don't even move, which means you're taking a step the wrong way. So we ask a step.
Get just a little bit of that rotation like those other pulls we did last night. Okay, 5 feet on the inside.
There you go.
No, that's fine.
Keep your
Doing that. If you give your wrist block like it should be like that, from here.
so simple. Everybody can do your best. Everybody can do
I know your elbow's out here a little bit. Now, as the level change, and we're supposed to be making noise when your hands come off of him, just like when they go on him. and just get a little more snap. It doesn't need to be a big fancy. If you dumbbell curls, you look at, rotate that thing up, try to touch your bicep with your little finger. That's exactly what you're doing.
Go the other way. The other way. Go towards the leg, the arm, you don't have hold on.
Get that thumb outside.
You have control of this arm.
Yeah, it hurts a little bit.
You have control of this arm. You don't make yourself that leg. There. There you go. Always make the man, always circle away from what you want. Now, see, go to this, yeah, most people think this is the way. They think, we got circle towards it. Circle away from it, so it comes towards it. This is what I'm saying. This is one, this one, you got circle towards it. No, if you circle towards it, go away from it. You want to come towards it.
So they don't lose contact. Chasing me around, chasing me around. I like this tool, I like the kids. I like it.
Last time, I'm not saying you've done very well, but
well,
that I get somebody gave who was very supportive.
even angles.
And if he's gone,
yeah,
I mean, they had a brand new match at the time, it was a real nice match.
sorry.
I mean, it may be down the line. I'm happy with the athletes I have, and I'm always out here teaching on their school. I love their smaller classes. Yeah, I think I heard him saying probably
Guys that will take some of their money.
maybe somewhere down the line.
Somebody come in,
when he's strong.
you can't cross that. No, man, so, you don't get jobs. No, you don't get everything's so well. It's just, hey, coach, it's just marketing. That's all they're doing is marketing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I feel like, you know how hard it is.
Well, you know, and my biggest feeling is a coach here.
It's hard to
Is
get
I think
kids
it's not only about marketing.
very high.
I like getting major donors.
I would even better. There you go. There you go.
Last night with these kids, we did almost exactly the same stuff, but from IPQ and I'm control. The same philosophy. Inside control, move your head and arms and feet. And this is back with their leg came close.
About 7 kill, man.
Anything over 9.5.
Yeah.
I want to do this. Have you ever asked me for anything? My coaches.
Step, don't die in one, step. Again, take advantage of your height.
Okay, take a look here a second now, Travis. Do that again. Get a hold of this, but take a look. Take a look, I want you to see something. You got that elbow control. I want you to reach for that near leg. You're gonna attack it, I'll tell you, you're gonna reach for it. Okay? Now. Who has it? Oh, you have it. You're gonna reach for that leg. You kick it back. Right there.
Canyon.
Don't go this direction, come this direction. You got me a little different angle on your direction. Let's just say this happens. You got the elbow control. He lowers his elbow, just think that seat is open, he kicks his leg back, boom, I tell you, that's the closest. Question? See you do it. They'll do that, because he's gonna know that leg's open, so he's gonna kick it back. No, rotate that shoulder. Learn how to
Step. No doubt, step. Everything else was good. Up to that point. Set up, motion, everything was good. Just make sure step.
You look like you can, but you can't. Just happen to you every time.
You're gonna hit that far leg up, you gotta have your head up so you can drive into his thigh or into his hips.
Go down with it, fuck it. Fuck it. Okay, you go down with that now. Don't reach down like this one. You go down and lower your head. Yeah. You want to push that.
We go. Exactly, you're gonna know, lower your level of step.
Always keep those hips under you. Never bend over.
That's right, Travis, you take the leg that comes to you, don't predetermine it, just keep your eyes open and know as, whichever leg comes, that's the one you take.
Phone ring.
I hate cell phones. Don't own a cell phone, don't like to answer the phone at all.
Over here. No. Maybe you're just working. That's what's good. So, understand something here. What we're doing now is not learning hold, we're learning position. We're attacking certain positions. He's got telling you that simple people are for you to learn how to wrestle the player. And give the wrestling class is to learn how to beat the position you get into every day. You hear me? Now, I've got a ring. You know, go on reason. You can figure these out. You can watch and see it here. There's where? Did you? Okay. I'm right. You understand what I'm trying to get across? I was with the whole practice, in the same position, standing straight up, and I got you put it out. That's motion. So when you realize when they can't get you,
I've been back to consulting all the support staff here. When I first came here, they went over the seven assistant coaches, so I didn't touch a piece of paper. I just did what Doug does. Walked around and coached. And all the other assistant coaches were doing paper. Now, college coaches got time to take. So I admit to my first year as a college coach, I was behind on paperwork because it was a ton of things. And it gets to the morning. So I made a job target. Like an hour. Like if I have to stay here till 2 a.m. every night, I'm doing my paperwork to keep it up. And now this is a small school. I can't imagine what it must be like at Ohio State, where paper gets put on somebody's desk and somebody walks away and, at a small school, you gotta really fix everything with an eraser. But the number of times that I turn something in, either on a deadline or ahead of time, then I get a phone call, we need this report. Well, I turned it in 2 weeks ago, so we don't have it. So I spent a year making everybody mad.
just come back.
Okay, now.
You know, feeling insulted, and I just like, I made a form,
An underhook.
If I turn this piece of paper in, she signs it.
Single shot for his arrest.
you know. If it's lost, don't make me look bad. And so they were good about that. This year, that phone call was about it, you know, they want my roster ready, because that's always had advanced registration. Well, I turned my fall roster in as much as I know of it, twice now. Whoa, you all right, huh?
Hey, guys,
She hit her face.
Yeah, but twice now.
Okay.
I turned that one.
Adam goes out and he reaches under.
And you know, there've been about 8 documents so far, this summer, of things that I knew I turned in, not once, not twice, and they can't find it. So I went back to,
Do you copy it?
yeah,
You have to do it.
I've got them on my hard drive, you know, so, but it's just the idea that I gotta, you know, cause it's like they want it yesterday, you know? So I gotta stop what I'm doing.
Do they have any t-shirts here?
I haven't ordered my new t-shirts for the fall yet. I've got a few left though.
Let me show you how I want you to underhook.
From last year. They're just, at the bookstore, they're university shirts, you know, but no wrestling t-shirts. I think I've got a few smaller sizes, you know. It's our fiscal year ends June 30th. June 30th, I'll order everything for the fall. But, now, the thing I will caution is that all the shirts that I print up have a Bible verse on the back.
Is this thing filming?
Yeah.
You got a nice view of my chest there, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of
Yeah, when I was at the state tournament, I saw the Sandusky St. Mary's kids, and they, you know, their coach had put a Bible verse on. And,
Kids came to my camp, they saw me 3 times a day.
and that opened up the door for me to, you know, I really thought I had a little bit of a chance to get that over kid. These brothers at Kent State, State
They knew me
champion,
and they knew what I taught, they knew why.
Division II, St. Mary's is. Yeah,
Now, I'm gonna show you what I want you to do.
he ended up going to Kent.
And then that's all
with
we're
his
gonna
brother.
do. Come back to that new start work. You underhook.
Yeah, I
Know
don't blame you
how
for
to
that.
underhook.
When I was at school, that we did the pledge allegiance and
You underhook, you're right.
now they've taken it all.
Yeah, it's from the Constitution. That's nice, that's one of the nice things I like about
Anytime I underhook.
being in a Baptist school.
This is the verse that George flag director flag.
Georgia.
I
You know, they just, you know, South Carolina just learned
just gotta do one thing, help you remember. I wanna always, when I underhook, I wanna always block, lock,
Now, North Carolina, at Raleigh, we do have.
Block with the arm,
Thumb
thumb inside, lock the elbow,
State flag.
tuck your head, hips inside.
You know,
Now, why you do those?
this is the
There's
Baptist
reasons for every
school,
one of them.
and I didn't grow up with the Baptist, but I am.
If I don't lock your elbow, you take one of them, each time you want.
Kind of an
Just put inside, now it's inside, go up, go outside.
And so it's politically
No,
correct.
what's right, it's a lock. No, not
I
that.
don't know if you're watching stuff that we have.
I'm doing nothing different, except here I'm unlocked, here I'm locked.
But, you
I
know,
tuck your head.
even the public schools here.
If you don't take your
are pretty
head,
conservative.
here comes the side of
This is
it.
Western part of the
He
state.
knocks your head out.
And, I'm really glad
You don't
my
put your
sons went to.
hips forward, what happens? You get your elbow out here and not tear your elbow off. So you better listen.
You know, it's still politically okay.
Love an underhook. One of the best positions for
For
you
a
to
football game to.
Underhook. I can't be any closer.
Campus. to-
I'm hip to hip.
You know, at Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter.
Lock.
There's,
Lock.
you know.
All we've
say-
done is anything that people are against, if somebody's boarding, got nothing.
I can sing it like you, I never go forward an inch. Just drop it.
Teased around, if you want to pray.
Well, I can do other things.
Flash
You know,
or
just
whatever.
talk about single. Now,
Should be
if I get an underhook and I want to set a single, I'll move this
Yes, my
way.
right side, your nose begins and vice versa.
I got it. If it don't grab me, it'll hit me. But if you don't know how to
Oh,
control
it
it,
won't hurt nothing.
my advice is
Money on there.
if you
See,
know
okay,
it,
Mark?
bill.
the whole world says, you can't believe what
I was standing there, all of a sudden I saw that red light going.
I walked outside and it flipped up to me. Like it's still here.
everything I did. Anybody have any questions about anything I did?
We're trying to get some.
You underhook, elbow inside. I never want to see it that way.
Yeah.
Like that one.
Those guys are hooking first.
Coach Blue Ball.
He's got
Double
that.
barrel.
He's
Yeah,
still
you
there.
go have some, you're with me.
Now, with the double,
Two
I
different
got
ones.
your
Can. You know,
Lock it
just over there, right, I
How
get
about
in.
that one,
Lock it up. Gets in. Now he's got a problem. Now, I think right now, Brendan's feeling pretty bad. He's probably gonna get his legs back. See what happens? I mean, so he kind of wants it to be what happens.
I got that one first when I go to.
Here's what's happened here, just exactly what you're gonna try to do.
Videos,
Here's what you're trying to do when you got it. So, single leg, in quick, double leg, high crotch, ready lock, inside leg, inside leg. You won't get all those.
We'll call it in a second.
I just,
Question. We're gonna try a little bit, that's it, and we're gonna go, we'll come back, we'll be ready to do this stuff again this afternoon.
a little bit, this is,
Slow and tight. Don't just go out there like a blind dog in a meat house and don't know where the hell you are, okay? Know why you're there. Know what you're doing and know why you're doing it.
my son gave me that little bit.
I showed him this last I showed him I'm trying to down to 160. Drop right your knees. Drop your knees. Go deeper. Now, what are you doing? You're going to whip across the front. You're going to push that in. I'm going to lose arm. I'm guarantee you. That's exactly what you'll do. Guarantee you. Do it again now. Now, you know what you'll do this time. You tell me if you won't follow that. So good at it.
Well, I'm a high school coach, I wrestled every coach.
There you go.
College. First of all,
There you are. You work on it all quality of the ladder. You didn't do anything wrong. You did what you told you to do. You feel it?
He only had him for one season, but he came back and was out for the next 4 years. John Blanco. Every guy, he was an NCAA runner-up while he was 6.
Yeah, see, if you started at side you get all you got to do there.
Yeah, why not even say it? Well, Saturday night, he was ring on what you do.
He doesn't want to get ready. He doesn't want to get ready.
We only one time in the morning workout.
A lot of guys practice on it. They just take away from about that deal from there. That's what you need to do. I might just suck you down.
I can't work out every day.
Because he has to do something. You got to leave it. You got to stand up.
What to do, or
Always either or.
Well, 30 is one thing.
Today, I usually was working every morning. You know, it's all good. When you're on the road, you see it halfway.
I've done that.
30 hours of training, man.
You can't take it more. Don't put it in the bin and move it now. That door might be locked.
Depends on which way the
Well, we're not, it's locked them out.
It's about 5 hours, Coach.
Yeah, we're okay, fellas. Go back to that, and all this again, like Coach showed what he did last night, we keep going over to the same stuff. I'm gonna make sure we're gonna add other stuff to it. It's very good. I don't think the new system goes fast, it's not, let's take one. Every day. Give us a little on there. You got to do something, I think good enough. Yeah, close with it. Remember? Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you. Next question, we come back. Please ask me. How to do the road. You don't know how to do it. You're not sure about something, ask me. Oh my goodness, we review every day. Every day. Fellas, listen. If you think you know something, just do it a couple times a day, if you know it. Only you only do it a couple times a day. If you think you don't know, do it 10 times a day. Pretty soon you're doing it 2 times a day. It doesn't take long to do 50 holes 2 times a day. That's 3 emotions. Let me see you do it. Same way you know.
without tying.
Just, well, everything we want to do, however you want to do it. Okay, now, see, now, you got the idea now. You want that lake in circle towards it, you want that lake circle away from it.
Which I don't know how to behave.
Anything you want to come to you, you must circle away from it. You want to come to you, go away from it. So if you want that lake circle the other way, you want to step, that's when you probably going to tie it more. An open single leg is a little different story. And however you can do it, it works the way you do it. But if you're too far away, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Probably. So let's just say you tie it. You get there arm to arm, you got to be head to head or arm to arm, wherever you got. If right there you want to do a single leg, create motion. There you go. These fellas, you got to do it. Okay? There you go. There you go. Okay. Get in motion, Chris. Back. There you go. Now. What he did a little bit up there, a little bit more I want to be what? Anybody see? He did create motion by circling. He created motion by kind of pulling the guy forward. There's a difference in one or the other, but one takes less effort than the other. You can circle with him without having to do any trick stuff. And make the circle make the steps what you want to do. You follow me? Now, it's not totally wrong, so I want you to understand. He kind of pulled in a line up to say step the shot. That creates motion. But if you have trouble doing that, hit the circle. Why do you think the match looks to be round? When I wrestled the lines were straight, they were square. You start in this corner, you start in that corner. Please listen. You got the sense. You had a little circle out there, but it didn't mean that much. Wrestling is not simple. Wrestling is not square. It's constantly circle. You get that in your mind, and then getting that creating motion is just automatic. Okay, go back to the seat. Okay, now that's the whole idea. You're a little bit out of time with yourself. But you got the idea. So Travis will see you good. Okay, now what did he do that I just really don't want to do? Get outside on a single. You want to lay on head on the inside. You got me? You understand why? Yeah, you understand why though? You'll learn to do a facelift on you and you'll wish you've never done it that way. And anyway, the head on the inside of a single, head out on the double, goes to the outside of a single, you switch to a double. Just keep that in mind. And on this elbow tie, if you lead with your left leg, your head's on the inside. Tie is right arm. Lead with your right leg, your head's on the outside. You can plan it that way if you want. But make sure you understand what you're doing. Question anything? Let me ask you this. Sometime or other during the spring or the winter when you're wrestling, somebody tied you up somehow or another that probably bothered you. Anybody remember anything such as that? I never.
Yeah, so many collar tie, just clamping down so tight, it's hard to move around.
Head tie?
Yeah.
You realize what you can do now?
Yeah.
Two hands on it. And if it's so tight you really can't control, come out. come out.
Also, like, you grab both your wrists, you can't, like, you don't have to your hand, you grab both wrists, you can't shoot or anything, gone. You hold on to your wrist.
Well, we've got a solution to that. Any tie-up, any normal tie-up that I can think of, you gotta learn how to change it to a 2-on-1 if you can't do anything with it. In other words, let's say, come on up here, let's say that I'm not wrestling you, and you did what he did to you. Okay, now, you still got my wrist, okay, but now I get your arm. Now you're really. You can fall dead in the middle of that and score. There's just isn't any tie-up that you can't change it to a 2-on-1. And you want to think that way, you got me? And I want you to grab my hands, my wrist. I want you to grab I want you to hit me. I want you to tap me. If you got to do that, I want you to. The minute you do, I got one hand and it's. Think about this. You know this to be true. How can a man shoot for you if he's in front of himself? You understand my point? So anytime I can out there, if I'm having trouble getting something set up, I want to keep you in front of you. He can't shoot for me now because he's in his own road. Whether you grab my wrist, and I took this right there, whether you tie me up here, if he's underhooked and I can block this thing off, if I want you to lower yourself, it pops off a lot of times. If it doesn't, then there's something else you can do. Go to here. Head tie, any tie that a man can do to you, you can change it to a 2-on-1 if you want to. And it protects your own balance. You put on a lot of weight. You're going to keep that thing.
Yeah, when would I ever have?
What do you weigh?
65, 66. I'm not ready for 3 minutes.
No full weight training. That's good. That's good. Fellas, listen to me. This weight thing. You know that's probably our biggest problem. That's probably the biggest bad name we have is the way we train weight. The way we pull it. You know that gives us more trouble with mothers and everybody else and anything else. And it's your fault. You do it wrong. You can be told to do it right, you still got to do it wrong. You started off. You know why? What? That's the easy way. That's the easy way to do it. You have to, no, I can't eat that, Mom, I got to do it. And you get all that sympathy and your girlfriend sympathizes with you because you're poor darling, you didn't get to eat anything that you told them about. You have to tell them about the stuff, understand? You don't pull weight that way. You don't pull weight at all. You train your weight. You train. Train is what I mean. You work it out. If you are overweight, do some extra road work. Do some extra work. Whatever it is. But road work from the best. And then after you've done that for a couple of weeks, see what you weigh, see how much it is. If you're not very much over, try a little bit more. If you're still quite a bit over, it's the wrong way. You don't want to know. Let me tell you this. Let me say something to you. I've never had a champion yet that wasn't both a runner and he couldn't walk on his hands. Now, I'm not sure that walking on his hands had that much to do with it, except that he had upper body strength, and he had balance, and he had a sense of knowing where he was. Because a lot of guys walking on your hands, you're upside down, you know, but he ran, he was a runner. Anybody that says you can get in shape without running or wrestling, I think it's crazy. I don't want to argue with anybody because everybody's got their own druthers, but I'm telling you right now, you want to lose some weight, do a little extra road work. See, the Lone Never track. You got the whole world. The whole world open. It's free. Go home, run around the block. Go home, run around the section. You don't have to be in a gym. You don't have to have a You don't have to be warm, you put on clothes, cover your mouth, you run with the street, you run anytime you want, except when it's raining or there's sleet on the ground. Can't get too cold. Just cover your face, don't breathe, go there. And don't go home, go away. You know, if I was an high school coach, I'd take the scale and hide it. I'd take the scale and hide it a week before you're going to have to be down to weight to try for the team. And I'd say, okay, weigh in and let's see where you are. Guys come in, you're heavy, you work hard, you like to work easy. The scale just takes your practice. No way. Don't go home and start pulling weight. You make a bad day for wrestling, you make it actually hurts the whole sport. And like this guy growing up, you don't want to, he can remember he used to wrestle 121, but he's never going to wrestle 121 again. You guys are the same way. I wrestled in this Olympic picture here, I was wrestling 160.5, I weighed 152 pounds. I was the smallest guy there. But I'll tell you what, I bet. But I was in the best shape there. Good. I may not have been the biggest and the strongest, but I guarantee you I was in the best shape. Why? I wouldn't have weighed 152 pounds if I wasn't in shape. Okay. All right, now, let's get back to our class. Our underhook. Let's learn that underhook. From underhook, you can do so much stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff in an underhook. You want one that you just can't. You don't even need them all. There's too many things to do. But the first thing to learn to do, if you're going to underhook, is to learn what an underhook is. You say, okay, you got an underhook, you got to do it. Well, I got an underhook, and what do they do? What's the biggest mistake most guys do for an underhook, Zach?
Turn this stuff in before you get
Travis, what would you say? Either one of you. What's the biggest mistake everybody, people make on underhook? No, I'm probably, I know, I'm getting on you, I'm not picking at you, just saying things I want. What do you think, Sergeant? They bend over. The biggest mistake they make from an underhook is they bend over. Let's look at an underhook bent over. You guys see? Can I block this arm? No, too much of an angle. Can't block. What's it good? Here's what you're going to do to you. You take a badass out here, you bend over an underhook on your arm. He's just going to give you a new elbow. And what are we going to do from here? Well, I don't have, you know what I'm saying? No, that's the biggest trouble that when I underhook. They come in. They come just the opposite, bending over. I try to put my hips on you. Now you feel bad. You feel bad. And if you don't get your legs out, I'm not going to get them, so it gives up the movement. I had to turn it like no, but I mean, that's one thing to do. Yeah, I know you now. You understand what I'm saying now? Now, you think about underhooking before. When you underhook, did you probably bend over? Okay, then you did. Okay. How could you been around wrestling all your life? I bet you've been over an underhook.
Is that Caroline?
You understand now, Zach? We're talking about it. Okay?
Is that the first time?
Okay. You guys are saying. Let's see your underhook. Okay, now, so the hips against it. Now you might have your foot on the outside. Yeah, you might have to, that's all right. You'll probably move it, but see, you can't do anything there now. Because you're close, you jack him up high. Now bend over once. Now you feel the difference? Now you come into it. Now, ask Travis which position he feels the best in. He feels the best when you bend over, don't you?
This is still me.
Okay. Now listen to me. Because we're going to work on underhook now. We're going to probably keep brothers spend this whole afternoon on underhook. Maybe not too, because it's important. Why? Because the two guys got to tie, one's over, one's under. And hopefully you're under, if you're not, we have to learn what to do there. Hopefully you're the one that has the underhook. So if you have the underhook, don't bend over. Let me go right back again to what? Old basic stance. basic position, hips on you, hip tuck, elbow in, the elbows are in, but they're doing something, so they're not against your body, they're still
I
in.
don't think you can make it be.
Start giving, if you use under much. Okay, let's do some practice. No matter what you have to do. You don't have to do it. But I'll tell you what it does do. I think if you understand how he is going to work, it's going to follow. Another thing that's going to follow along with it. Because you learn the position, it gives you a lot more confidence being out there when you got it. Now, he's going to wrestle some people taller than he is. And he's going to be in a position a lot of times where you got an underhook. And if you have an underhook, you better have your hips in. Because otherwise, the guy is going to run on top of it.
And I
And then
didn't.
you underhook under a tall guy. If he hits in, now you create a position where he's got a little bit of a problem.
Still deserving that much money.
So learn how
But
to
only it becomes a top.
Block. Block.
This
tuck,
is not.
hips in. Block at the armpit. Come inside. Lock your elbow. Tuck your head. Hips in.
Not too-thirds.
And then take one position. I'm not sure yet. Over. Second right to the mat. Run it up. If he doesn't, I'll do something else. Single leg. Ankle pick. Inside leg lift. Inside knee trip. Start headlock. Ankle pick. You got a dozen of the best base load wrestlers to do the same position. As long as you have position, run with your position. As long as you have this situation with your position. So when you got the title, man, know what you're doing with the type you're doing and know why you're doing it. Don't go out there like a goose in the new world, wonder where you are when you get there. Okay? I don't want a head tie unless I tie you up with two hands. Now, don't forget it's illegal to book in freestyle called a Greco. And why I don't know, because they think it's stall with it. Don't stall with it. Do something with it. It's a shame that it's not legal because somebody stalled with it. And you don't have to be stalled with it. Do something with it. I'll show you before we get done, but nevertheless, here's your tie. You got to grab your head, you tie him up. You got to get under it, you tie him up. He puts it on his side, you tie him up. Everything he does, you tie him up. And then when you want to do a single, you create motion by circling away from this leg you want. Always circle away from what you want so it comes towards you, so when it comes towards you, you have to step. So you circle. Don't step back because then you get too far away. Circle. So he has to take a long step and he stays close to you. What do you drift to, Snarky? This guy and I have been together for I don't know how many years. You're a little teeny guy. Yeah. You're not college wrestling. What's your best thing on the shot? What do you drift to? Sweet. You make you guys drift to be more than not. You don't have to. Show me, just show gravel traps and then show me the shot. Now, I want you to realize, that created motion. You have to create that motion. You cannot make a dead shot single work on a decent wrestler. I'll guarantee you, that's why you see everybody sprawling on with their head underneath and they're all stretched out because they try to single leg with no motion. And if you don't get anything else out of what I'm telling you right now, understand the motion idea. Because without that, you're not going to get a good man. Say, look, you're going to end up wishing you never shot. With motion, shoot all you want. Shoot all you want. Pretty sure you have him some shell shock, you won't even want to wrestle with. Okay. Let's get an underhook. Let's block, tuck, hips in, and feel it. Then we'll start going through our hole, okay? And say to yourself, you don't say it out loud, just say to yourself, block, tuck, hips in. Hey, this is what I tell you. This morning, that was it. I was trying to tell you, I get the head. I thought, me, you already went tuck.
shouldn't talk. You're there, you're not talking. Yeah. Talk.
Now, lock the door, lock the door. When you lock, lock the door. There you go. There you go. Now, come here and hit that. Now you open, now you open it. Okay? Now we good. There you go. Now look, you're gonna be a lot of drugs, because you're flat, right? You're gonna be an underhook. If you underhook and you don't come in on with your hips, you're really in trouble because the tall guys, you follow, they're gonna be in trouble. You come underneath the tall guys, you're still where you can shoot. You understand what I'm saying? Okay.
Coach, on this, you want, on the,
Yeah, yeah. You don't take it there. Now you gotta be an underhook. What are you gonna do with that underhook arm? You're gonna whistle with it, aren't you? It's already there, aren't you going? You're not gonna leave one underhook you just need the arm right here. You're gonna come in and catch the guy with it, I'll guarantee you. Now, you're also not gonna turn like this. Man underhooks you, you're not gonna turn like this on it. You just drop down and get this leg. You're gonna square up. You're gonna try to square up all you can. In a match, that's exactly what you're gonna do. So practice doing it, because that's exactly what you're going to have to learn to do. Okay? All right. Make sure you feel good here. Okay. Okay, now hang on just a minute. What do you feel like you would do from there? What do you feel like you want to do from there? Just nobody showed you any more about it.
Circle.
Well, you're the guy that hit with the underhook. What would you do?
Circle 3 steps and then single on there.
Yeah. Well, this one.
robot.
Yeah, good. Robot's good. High crotch is good. Primus carry up in the underhook. The overhook's the primus carry. But you can hit the high crotch like it's a primus and then switch it. Ankle pick, deep step. Inside leg lift. You've got to put him on. Well, I just want you to see what you double. What's that? Well, yeah, you can. I tell you what. Start. Remember that delayed signal I'm talking about? Well, we talked about. Just drop on the leg. Remember, just using the drop on the leg, or did you? If you have an underhook and he has an overhook, what do you counter an overhook with? On the mat, what do you counter with? No, what do you counter the whistle with?
Oh,
loose arm.
Loose arm.
Right. Now, start the other underhook. Now, get your buzzer, start, you get where you belong. There you go. Now drop one at your leg, just drop one. What are you going to hit that, what's you going to hit that mat with? What's he going to have on him? That whistle.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay? You know where you're going to hit the mat with a whizzer. And when you hit that mat, you got that whizzer on, he's going to sprawl with you, kick back to that. There you go. Now, he hit you with, there you go. Now you're playing the old chess game. I know when I shoot from an underhook, you got an overhook on me. And I know when I get there, you're still going to have it. But I want you to. So that when I get there, you got the overhook on me, you feel like you defend yourself. Now I'll beat your overhook. Now that's how you take a guy that's better than you, stronger than you, beat him. You set him up. You set him up ahead of time. You knew you knew what he was going to do because you've done it. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. Okay? We did this a little bit, I think, up there the other day, didn't we? No. Okay, get under it. Now, I block, tuck, and he'd be dropped on that leg. And he sprawls with it and draw space. Now he goes, there it is, he comes up again, knee, steps, loose arm. That could be one of your best takedowns right away if you wanted it to be. And I think it's good even in college too.
Yeah.
Because college doesn't change instincts. College doesn't change position. It's the same thing, it's just a little more advanced, that's all. And you think about this for a minute. If I start with an underhook, you start with an overhook, and I go down to your leg, with one hand, keep the other one on the mat, so I don't go down to my face. What are you gonna hit the mat with? No, you don't have to, you're already so close that you can drop on it and get it. Do you have to go to the mat? No, you can drop down and get the leg without going to the mat. Just stay up with it. But most of the time it ends up on the mat. Let's see you do it again, Stargate. You know what you're doing now. You got an underhook, you block, you tuck, and now you just drop on the leg. Boom! He's front foot, back, kick your leg back, sprawl across face with it. Okay? But you're probably going to sprawl across face with it right off the bat. I don't think you're going to let him knock you down. In other words, you got to hit this arm stuff, underhook. He's going to drop on you. Boom! You're going to kick your leg back. There you go. Now, I don't think you'll ever get to the point, Starkey, that you don't want to keep working on that. It's always there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? Now you tell me, you guys are safe, you tell me now that you have an underhook on him, either one of you get an underhook. You block, tuck, and it's all of a sudden you drop on that new leg. He's going to whiz across face and sprawl, aren't you? Now you hold yourself up, boom, there's your loose one. Now, wouldn't you not whiz across face and sprawl? I think you would. Okay, other man. Okay, you drop something, you're going to whiz across face and sprawl, just like that. There it comes, there it comes. Yep, probably up to you. Now, hold just a second. Adam, are you going to leave that leg there? No. You're going to get out. Now puppy, you're going to drop. Right on that leg. Just drop. There you go. There's your really cross face ball. There you go. Now, all you got to learn to do is don't go in with two hands on it and get your head down. Post that one hand through your head and go down. Yeah, very good. Now, no. Okay, there now. Cross face is strong. Okay, start again now. This time one hand on the mat, one hand on the leg. Okay, there you go. Now you sprawl across face with it. There you go. Don't finish around the waist. Why do we not finish around the waist? We make wrestling hard for your opponent. It makes it easy for him by finishing around the waist because everything he learned in his whole life, he learned in a position with an arm around the waist. Right? So let's just don't ever give us any more than we have to. That's when we start. And I'll jump on you the rest of your life for doing it because there's no reason to get there, and if you do something with it, you come in and hip him over, but reaching around the waist, there's not too much reason to ever do it again after the referee's position is gone. Hear me? And press your heart. Now see, you guys are having a tendency to go in with two hands on the leg and want to hang on with two hands, aren't you? It's hard not to, isn't it? Why do you not do it with two hands? Why would I not let you do it? But what happens to you?
You get flattened out.
What do you call that?
Extended.
Bad position. When you get in on a single leg with two hands, you kick your leg back, your arm goes left, your head goes down, now you're in bad position. How do you correct it? Turn loose with the inside hand, raise yourself up. Now I'm back in the position I can work because now I'm on my own balance. Don't hang on with two hands in there. What time you going to say hang on with two hands when you're on your feet and you got up your leg? Down like that, I disagree with people that hang on with two hands. I don't care. They can talk all they want to. I'm not going to argue about it. You just can't show me very many guys who get away with a head outside single or two hands on the leg. I know you can fight it out once in a while, but it sure is tough on you. Little bucket, let's see you do it. Good, stand